Welcome back to Spoilerverse. I got fucking breaking news for you guys. Something that everyone has missed. Trust me, I watched all the breakdowns of Thor: Love and Thunder, and I'm telling you right now, we missed some shit, me included.
Straight up in our face the entire time.
I'm
Never
I'm
even noticed all the
I'm
breakdowns.
fucking blown away right now. I'm actually freaking out earlier. Like
How many
I
times have you
can't
watched this
wait to show
trailer?
you guys this.
How many times have we watched this trailer? We didn't
Dude,
just notice.
apparently not enough. Apparently
You
not enough.
noticed.
So I can't wait to show you guys. Let's get right into this shit. Well, first off, I was literally at work all day, like thinking maybe there was something we missed about Gore. Because we all know Gore is in the movie. Christian Bale is going to be playing that, clearly. So I went back to the scene with Jane Foster right here. And funny enough, look at these tentacles flying around in the background. Are we literally watching the Black Berserkers from the Thor Love God and Thunder comic? Oh my god, dude. Thor God of Thunder trailer, the comic, comic, yeah. I said the trailer. I'm just confused with Love and Thunder and God of Thunder. God of Thunder is the comic on which most of this is based off, and yeah, there's literally tentacles in the background, which are like these symbiotic creatures that are formed from the Necrosword that Gore has, and they're clearly in the trailer already, and that's the scene where I was saying they're fighting on Asgard. So it looks like Gore's already trying to kill some gods here on Earth. Now, while on the subject of Jane, we got some funny, interesting details on this. E, I don't know, E had a little behind the scenes with them, and there was actually a picture on the island where Hela destroyed the hammer, and Jane Foster's there. Remember, she's kind of already a Norse expert scientist, and my theory on what's going to happen and how she gets the hammer, clearly at this point she probably already contracted the cancer from the stone that she got in Dark World, right? That was in her body.
The ether.
Yes, the ether was in her body, and the stones are known for cosmic radiation, which cancer. Easy. That's how she got it done. Now, the fixing of the hammer itself, either I'm going to assume the pieces of the hammer couldn't be lifted. The hilt, nothing. They could not lift it. They couldn't get rid of the litter of the hammer. So they bring in an expert, and that's Jane Foster. I think Jane Foster either touches it and it fixes itself because she's worthy, or she reassembles it and that makes her worthy. I don't know. All I know is that Jane's worthy. Jane's at the island where Hela destroyed the hammer, and Jane inexplicably next time we see her has the hammer. That's all. I'm gonna leave that there, drop that here, bam. Let's get to the next part. Now for this video, I think it'd be fun to do something a little different. I'm gonna get into 3 main plots that I like. I actually watched this entire Russian comic book geek. Oh my god, his videos are amazing. First off, he made the entire trilogy of this comic like a movie and did great voices over it. Fantastic job. And I would highly recommend everybody watch it. I don't
Honestly,
think
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Yeah. I don't even think the movie's going to be this good.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yo.
Straight the fuck up. I'm sorry.
I don't know who he had for voice actors, but if they animated this, they need those voice actors.
Yeah.
Those voice
Honestly,
actors.
hire this guy. Hire this guy.
Perfect.
He should have directed this movie because he did fantastic. fantastic.
At least the animated series movie or something.
Sheesh.
I need
it was
something from
so
this guy.
good. And
Can you do a Batman one?
there you go. I think for this part right here, the first thing we're going to mention is probably how it should start or where the plot actually starts. I know we're going to start with some Guardian stuff, and where does it go from there? Because clearly that's not Thor Love and Thunder. It's going to be after that something Gore possibly. I think we're going to see a prequel of Gore. And Gore's story is pretty fucking sad. Pretty sad. Opening, we got his son who he actually buries, and that's like sacrilege. It's very against the religion. They want their young or their dead hung on trees so that the gods can lift them up. But That's not working for Gore. That's there's a lot of things that underlie with that. He's gone through trifle and tribulation throughout his entire life, prayed to gods his entire life, and no one's answered anyone on his planet. Period. They don't even get nighttime. They fucking cry for night. They cry for like clouds. They want rain. Like they don't have anything. They eat worms and lick rock slime for sustenance. Crazy sad.
So I don't know, Scoot. I do believe that they're gonna come at Gore's background and introducing Gore through like a speech, maybe a quick flashback, like a real quick one. But there's a lot of sacrilegious stuff that comes from his background, so I don't think they're gonna really,
Like to our religion or
well, to religions
to religions in
generally.
general
Yeah,
existing
so
correct like now. Yeah,
yeah, because
that
he's
is.
very general in his speech. He's very general.
Yeah, he's talking
And
about all gods. He don't give a fuck.
right, and so I don't think they're gonna show all that, but I do believe he's gonna mention how his wife died, and how the way she died was heresy. Um, Also, how he had to basically hold his last child in his arms as he passed away. I think he's gonna touch on those things. He's gonna maybe say out loud that gods have forsaken people because of those reasons. But yeah, I feel like that is gonna be how they touch on his background. I don't think they're gonna really go into his long speech that he had or show too much of the sufferings that they had to go through. He'll
I want to
probably
see
say
it
it.
though. I want to
What-
see it.
He'll probably say it. He'll probably
I
say
want
it.
to
I
see
don't
it.
think that's
It's
really,
so good.
yeah, but it's still it's Marvel. It's Marvel, but it's still Disney, you know?
That's the part
They're
where
trying
we
to
were
show blood.
saying that this the Russian geek definitely that
Oh,
movie
Russian Geek
was
is
gonna be better
definitely.
than this for sure. I mean, this movie, unless they do it with all this harsh shit,
Mhm.
it's not gonna be that like
It
as good as the comic is. Can't be.
Yeah, it is a good. He did do really good production there. Um
Kudos to the comic book writer of that series too. Thor: God and
oh
Thunder.
yeah, I forgot
Oh,
the author's
so
name.
fucking good, man.
Yeah.
Wow, that was one of the top comics I've read.
It's a
Definitely my
long
favorite
series, by
Thor
the way.
story.
It's over 100 books.
Yeah,
It's a very long series.
it's
It starts from Young Man Thor, goes all the way to All Father Thor. So
takes
it's very good.
three Thors to fight this man. Takes it.
Well, I mean, it also takes a lifetime of fighting
Hmm.
this man. So it's a kind of a lot going
And for
on.
Thor, his life is for a long, long time.
At least 900
Yeah,
years in
yeah. He.
in imprisonment, right? So he lived what, like 400 years before that or something? Like what was Thor? What was it? Viking Thor, right?
Yeah, Viking King Thor.
Right, he's already a couple 100 years old at that point.
Hmm. But still very young. He was like a teenager almost.
Yes, no, he's literally a teenager.
Which is
He's
it goes
literally
back to how we saw in the opening trailer of it that he was going through the phases. So you see him as a
Mhm.
little kid, and you even see him in the costume where he possibly fought Gore for the first time. So part number two, maybe some characters we can mention or very influential people in the story of this
You know,
Gore
I'm gonna cut your idea and take it real quick and say that the person that's missing in that big pan have Thor and his friend be either Jane or Old Man Thor. Because one thing you did mention that I liked was instead of how the comic books have Avenger Thor future is actually was it All Father Thor that comes to the past.
So what happens is Gore kills a bunch of gods and goes to the world of Kronex. Maybe we'll see that. I'm not too sure. Like a time traveling planet, and he just drains this. Or he fills this entire pool of blood, of god blood, and travels all the way to the beginning of pretty much first God created everything, and kills him, takes his heart, comes back, but not. And I believe Thor actually goes in and chases him, and that's when he ends up in the future meeting his old self. I think this is going to happen in reverse. Haven't seen Gore yet, but things have happened with him. Maybe, other than that, maybe Thor remembers him, and that's why we see him in phases of life, and we see a young, like actual costume Thor. Maybe he's actually fought Gore before and won. Thinks he killed him before, because that's actually happened in the comics before. He killed him, and he just came back because God's come back. That's okay. But
He assumed he killed.
yeah, he assumed he killed him. Literally cut his arm off. He's always going for the arm. He never goes for the fucking head, even in the comics.
That was before he even fought Thanos.
Yeah,
So he never learned that lesson to go for the head.
True. Yes. So this would be a end game type of fight. So yes, he would definitely still go for the arm because he hasn't learned his lesson.
Papa Thanos ain't spank him yet.
Yes. But that's about the All Father Thor that's from the future coming into the past. Another character I think could be here is actually the comedic relief character of the Gore comic. Get his name right now, but I'm going to put him here. I do feel like he's going to make an appearance. It's literally a character from his planet, sorry, excuse me. But he's very essential to the story because he's the god of bombs. He's the god of bombs, and they created God Bomb to destroy all gods in existence. One shot.
Not all the time.
Through just everything. Just destroying all the gods. And yes, literally, like, he's so essential to the story. Very funny in the comic. I think he fits the Thor movies, man, because they really like to be funny. I think he would be a perfect fit here. Those are probably the other characters, not Jane Foster, that in that in that 3-man picture there. I can definitely see either Jane Foster, Old Man Thor, because I mean, if there's multiple Thors, we've already seen Jane Foster twice in the trailer. Why cut her up? Unless it is definitely another Thor. The Spider-Man treatment for real. It takes 3 Thors to take down Gore. One of them can be Jane Foster. It's in the comic. It's young Thor, Avenger Thor, and Old Man Thor. After everything's done, it's just literally Thor left almost. I'm telling you right now. Jane Foster is going to fill that young Thor role because she's an inexperienced Thor now. So I think she definitely fits that role. And then they could still have Avenger Thor and Old Man Thor. Now here's an honorable mention that I think we actually might have gotten clues towards already. The chains that Thor is working out with are actually chaining up some giant person or giant being. This giant being might have been hinted towards in the comics. In the comics, Gore actually has Thor caught up in some chains, and he mentions to him how there's no way he's going to break out. He's chained countless amounts of gods and gods the size of mountains. That giant might be a god that Gore has killed already, and he doesn't know that probably, and he's working out with it. Why not? He didn't kill him. But that's one honorable mention. And in this very scene, in the comic books, Gore mentions how he tortured the god of torture, and he made him break. He broke the god of torture by torturing him. Gave up all his kids and everything. I would like for this to be mentioned if Gore so happens to have Thor in chains. I really enjoyed doing this video with you guys. I really hope you all like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Did you see this already? Have you seen this before? Any of this information is new? Let me know as well. I would love to know that I'm helping somebody out there find out something new. Thanks again. See you next time.